అండ్ కార్డ్కి డొమెస్టిక్ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ ఎనేబుల్ అయ్యేలా చూసుకోండి.
Do you have PAN card and PAN card number ఇవ్వాలి?
పాన్ కార్డ్ లేకుండా అవదా అక్కడ? కిప్ అని ఏం లేదు. నో అని సెలెక్ట్ చేస్తే ఏమొస్తుంది చూడండి. నో అని పెట్టేసి కంటిన్యూ చేయండి అయితే. పాన్ కార్డ్ నెంబర్ ఇవ్వద్దు సార్, ఇవ్వకుండా నో అని చెప్పి టైప్ చేయండి అక్కడ. అక్కడ పేమెంట్ డీటెయిల్స్ అడుగుతుంది మీకు. తర్వాత మీ ఫోన్ నెంబర్ వెరిఫికేషన్ కోసం చూస్తుంది. భాస్కర్ గారు, అంజలి గారు, పద్మ గారు, గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్ అండి అందరికి. సారీ మిమ్మల్ని సండే పూట కూడా ట్రబుల్ చేస్తున్నందుకు. సార్ చేశారు సార్. కాదు కాదు, ఏమొచ్చింది సార్ మెసేజ్? ఏమన్నాయి సార్ ఇక్కడ ఆప్షన్స్? పర్సనల్ యూసేజ్ అని పెట్టు. ఏమన్నాయి సార్ ఆప్షన్స్ అక్కడ? ఇండివిజువల్ సార్, ఇండివిజువల్. పాన్ కార్డ్ అడుగుతున్నాడా? పర్వాలేదు, ఇచ్చేసాను సార్, ప్రాబ్లం లేదు. ఫోన్ నెంబర్ వెరిఫికేషన్ అయిపోయింది సార్.
అయిపోయింది సార్.
ఈ అమౌంట్ అయినా కట్ అయింది సార్ కార్డ్ నుంచి ఒక ₹2 అలా ట్రాన్సాక్షన్. అయితే అకౌంట్ క్రియేట్ అయిపోయినట్టే సార్. మీకు ఇప్పుడు మెసేజ్ వస్తుంది అయిపోయినట్టు.
స్టెప్స్ 4 ఆఫ్ 5 లో వస్తుంది.
అయిపోయింది సార్ అకౌంట్ క్రియేషన్. మెయిల్కి వస్తున్నావు సార్ చూడండి సార్. ఆడు ఇంకా మిగతా స్టెప్స్ అన్నీ కూడా అడుగుతాడు. కంప్లీట్ చేసేస్తే మీకు ఫైనల్గా వెల్కమ్ టు AWS అని చెప్పి ఒక మెసేజ్ వస్తుంది, ఫైనల్ మెసేజ్. అది వచ్చిందంటే మీకు అకౌంట్ క్రియేట్ అయిపోయినట్టే.
కన్ఫర్మ్ యువర్ ఐడెంటిటీ అంటే అది పాస్వర్డ్ సార్.
ఏమంటున్నారు సార్?
కన్ఫర్మ్ యువర్ ఐడెంటిటీ వెరిఫై అంటే పాస్వర్డ్.
మీకు మెసేజ్ అయినా వచ్చి ఉంటుంది చూడండి మొబైల్కి, ఏదైనా మెయిల్కి కానీ మొబైల్కి కానీ మెసేజ్ అయినా వచ్చి ఉంటుంది. బేసిక్ సపోర్ట్కి వెళ్ళండి సార్. అంతే, బేసిక్ సపోర్ట్ ప్లాన్ సెలెక్ట్ చేసి కంప్లీట్ చేసేసాను సైన్ అప్. అయిపోయినట్టే సార్, అకౌంట్ క్రియేట్ అయిపోయినట్టే. క్లాస్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత ఇక్కడ నుంచి వీళ్ళందరికీ కూడా అకౌంట్స్ ఉన్నాయి, ఆల్రెడీ క్రియేట్ చేసుకుంటున్నారు వీళ్ళు. మీకు ఇప్పుడే అకౌంట్ క్రియేట్ అయ్యింది కాబట్టి ఒక 1 to 2 hours తర్వాత మీరు లాగిన్ అవ్వండి అకౌంట్కి. సో నేను ఎలాగో వీడియో అనేది రికార్డ్ చేస్తాను కాబట్టి అక్కడి నుంచి కూడా వీడియో చూసి అకౌంట్లో లాగిన్ అయ్యి ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసేసాను. ఓకే రైట్. సో లెట్ స్టార్ట్ ది సెషన్ సార్, టుడే సెషన్. సో అకౌంట్ క్రియేషన్ అనేది సక్సెస్ఫుల్గా మీకు క్రియేట్ అయిపోయింది. సో నో ప్రాబ్లం. నేను ఈ డాక్యుమెంట్ కూడా కావాలంటే విత్ స్క్రీన్ షాట్స్ ఒక డాక్యుమెంట్ ఉంది నా దగ్గర, అది మీకు కావాలంటే నేను సెండ్ చేస్తాను. నాకు తెలిసి ఏం ప్రాబ్లం అయితే ఏం రాలేదు, అకౌంట్ అయితే క్రియేట్ అయిపోయినట్టుంది. ఓకే రైట్ రైట్. So today what we will discuss is how to create a Linux virtual server on top of AWS. After creation, how can we log in into the virtual server with Git Bash terminal. The first tool that we are going to learn is Git in DevOps. So today we will see how can we log in via Git. Okay, so after that we learn a few basic Linux commands. Okay, this is our agenda for today. Right, so first of all, let's log in into our accounts. We already, I think all of you are having the accounts, right? So just log into your accounts. So this is the console home. Right now I am in this location, so you can select any region here. Right now I am going for the Hyderabad region. I am selecting Hyderabad region, and the first thing I need to create one virtual server. I need to create one virtual server. Right, so a second. I hope అందరికీ స్క్రీన్ అది కనిపిస్తుంది కదండి. Right. So first of all, here go to the left side top corner. There is a logo, AWS logo. Side to it we have some options here. See, if you select this one, lot of services you will see here. So select the option called compute. Under the compute there is an option called EC2, stands for Elastic Cloud Compute. Under this you have a option called virtual servers in the cloud. Select EC2, click on EC2 and scroll down. Here you can see a option called launch instance. Click on launch instance. The very first step what we need to do is we need to give some name to the server. So just I am giving the name as Linux server. So in the AWS terminology, server will be called as instance. Okay, we call the server as instance. So server anna instance anna both are same. So just I have given the name as Linux server, and next to it you need to choose an operating system. At this location you need to select an operating system. AMI is nothing but Amazon Mission Image. Here we have all the images. Whatever the operating system that you want to choose, you can choose from the kickstart, or else you can browse for more AMIs also here. Later on we will discuss about the browse more AMIs. Right now I am going with the Ubuntu operating system. As we are practicing basic Linux commands, so I am just selecting here Ubuntu operating system. Okay, next scroll down. So one thing you need to remember, always select the free tier only. Don't go for the paid options. So if it is free tier only, then only you select it. Next scroll down. So here we need to select instance type. The instance type here I am going with the T3 micro. The free tier eligibility is there. Instance type is nothing but selecting our RAM and CPU. In this T3 family I am getting 2 CPUs and 1 GB RAM. Memory is nothing but RAM. 2 CPU they are giving and 1 GB memory. Okay, this is the third step. Next, we need to create a key pair. We need to create a key pair. Click on create new key pair and give the name here. I am just giving as Linux server -key. Click on create key pair. I have created my own key pair. Next, what is the purpose of creating key pair means with the help of this key pair only we can log into the server. That's the reason we need to create a key pair first. Up to here clear everyone? Any doubts? First we have given the name. First option is name. Second option is AMI. Third option is key pair. Sorry, I think it's okay. AMI and instance type. After that key pair. Instance type. Third option is instance type. And after that key pair. Here we give name to the server. AMI means operating system. We need to choose a operating system. And instance type, what we select here, we need to select the RAM and CPU. RAM plus CPU. And after that key pair. What is the purpose of key pair means? It will help you to log into the server. To logging into the server, we require key pair. Okay. So for this purpose. Any doubts in these 4 options? సురేష్ గారు ఈ 4 ఆప్షన్స్ అర్థమయ్యాయి కదా? హలో, am I audible guys? Hello?
Yeah sir, clear sir.
Okay. Next, after creating the key pair, next go to the network settings, click on edit here. Just don't disturb any above options, leave as it is. The above options avani kuda entante AWS is giving us the network, their own network we are using. Don't disturb any of these options right now. Later on we will discuss about those options. Just scroll down and give the security group name and description also. And after that, to log into the Linux instance, we need to enable one port. By default, this port will be enabled. That is nothing but SSH. SSH stands for secure shell. SSH stands for secure shell. And the port number for this one is 22. Without this port, you cannot log into the server. Without this port open, you cannot log into the server. Okay, it's mandatory. You can see the port number also here. It is 22 and source type should be anywhere and source should be 0.0.0.0/0. Okay, scroll down. Next, configure storage. How much GB right now they are giving for us as free tier means 8 GB for Linux servers. You can extend up to 30 GB also. Free tier eligible customers can get up to 30 GB. Okay, this is nothing but the root volume which they are giving you. Okay, so scroll down and after that, just in the summary, you can see all the things here itself. Whatever the changes you have done up to now, in the summary you can verify and just click on launch instance. And scroll down, click on view all instances. Here there will be an option called view all instances. Click on it. My instance is ready. Instance is nothing but the server. Again I am repeating, instance is nothing but the server. Okay, so it will take 2 minutes of time to create this instance, 1 to 2 minutes. Let's wait for that. After that, I will tell you how can we log into the server. In the meanwhile, just go to the Google and just type here Git. So the very first tool that we are going to learn is Git. So we need to download it from Google. Okay. So just this is the official website of Git. So I am sending this link to the group, to our group. So from here, please download the Git software. So here you can see, if you scroll down, there is an option called downloads. Okay, or else here also there is an option called download for Windows. The latest version of the Git is 2.47.1. So just click on here, download for Windows. Click on download, and it will ask you for the whether your operating system is 32-bit or 64-bit. Ours is 64-bit operating system. I guess everyone operating system is 64-bit only. So if it's 64-bit means select 64-bit, or else you can check whether your operating system. Just type here MS Info 32. So it will show you the operating system details. My system type is 64 based operating system. So I am selecting here 64-bit Git for Windows setup. After that, the Git will get downloaded into your local machine. Once download completed means go to that location and right click on it, click on run as administrator. Just click on install. So Git will start installing into your operating system. Whenever you are going to learn Git, you need to learn this in developer perspective only. Okay. Okay, I think Git was installed successfully. Now, how to confirm whether Git was installed or not? Go to start and just type here Git. If you are seeing this option, Git means successfully installed. Or else one more way to confirm. Just go to command prompt and just type here cmd, and after that just type here git --version. It will show you the version of the Git. If it is showing you the Git version means successfully Git was installed. Okay. So next, after that, just now let's log into the system, log into our server. How to log into our server means just select your server, and here you can see an option called connect. Click on connect, go to SSH client, third tab, choose the third tab, SSH client, and copy this SSH command. Now the next step is go to the location where your key pair is available. Now go to the location where your key pair is available. So we have created one key pair, right? That key pair location we need to go. So that key pair location that was downloaded in our local machine only. Okay. In our local machine only the key pair was downloaded. To that location I need to go now. So if I go to downloads, here I can see the key pair which I have created. This is the location of my key pair. In your locals, when you are going to create a key pair, at that time also the key pair will be downloaded at some location. You need to go to that location. Okay. So this is my location, my key pair location. After that, going to that location, There what you need to do, just I am clicking on close here, click on close and right click here, open with open Git Bash here. Just right click in your mouse and you will see a option called open Git Bash here. Just select that option. Now whatever the SSH command you have copied, now you need to paste that command here. So to paste that command, you need to press in your keyboard shift plus insert button. Shift plus insert button. So now I am doing that. Okay. I am copying one more time SSH command. Where is that SSH command? First of all, this is our instance. This is our instance. You need to click on connect. After that, the third tab you need to go. Go to the third tab and copy the SSH command and go to the Git Bash terminal. This terminal is called as Git Bash terminal. Okay. Now I am pasting the command here. Now it will ask you for the authentication. Type yes or no. Just type the fingerprint as yes. That's it. We are successfully connected to the Ubuntu server. We have successfully logged into the Ubuntu server. This is how we can create a virtual server and this is how we can log into the virtual server. Once server created, now we can start learning basic Linux command. Any doubts in this? How to create the server? Did you all understand? Any doubts up to now?
No, sir.
Right, let's move forward. So let's open on one more PPT, one more PDF. Right. So Linux is a open source operating system that manages a system hardware and resources. Okay. The first operating system, it is Unix. It was developed by Linus Torvalds. Okay. This person created the operating system called Unix. Okay. The same person created this Git also. So this Git is a tool. This Git is a tool. Whenever you are going to learn Git, you should learn in developer perspective only. So what is Git and how to work with Git, we will learn later. Okay. Whenever you are going to learn Git means developer's perspective only you need to learn. Okay. Right. So the first command we are going to learn how can we create a file and save the content. Okay. How to create a file and save the content. So the syntax for this is cat space greater than followed by file name. After that we need to press Ctrl plus D. Okay. So just go to your server and just I am typing here cat greater than followed by file name we need to give. File name can be anything. Just I am giving as file1. Now if you press enter, now we are in this file. మన ఈ ఫైల్ లోపల ఉన్నాం ఇప్పుడు. ఓకే, నౌ ఐ కెన్ రైట్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ది కంటెంట్ ఐ వాంట్ టు గివ్ హియర్ ఐ కెన్ గివ్. సో జస్ట్ ఐ మెన్షనింగ్ line 1, line 2. Now how to save and come out from this file? How to save and come out from this file? You need to press Ctrl plus D. You need to press Ctrl plus D. So just go here and press Ctrl D. Now I am going to clear the screen. And again I am going to type ls to check whether the file is created or not. Ls stands for listing. ls stands for listing. See, now you can see here the file got created. Okay, now to read the content which is there in the file, you need to use again cat space followed by file name, followed by file name. The file name, my file name that I have created is file1. That name I am giving here. You can see the content what I have mentioned, line 1, line 2. Next, ls stands for what? List files in the current directory. You need to type ls. To clear the terminal screen, you need to type clear. And to read the content of the file, what you need to use? Cat followed by file name. Okay. Now the same file I want to modify. Same file I want to modify the file. How to modify a file? The command is cat double greater than followed by file name. The same file I want to modify means I need to use double greater than symbol. Okay, now again I want to add few more lines in the same file. Let me clear the screen first. I am going to clear the screen. Does anyone having? Let me clear the screen. Again I am going to use double greater than followed by file name as file1. Now press enter. Again I am adding line 3, line 4. Again I am going to save. I want to save this file means I need to press Ctrl D. Again file got saved. Again, how to read a file? How can I read a file? Cat followed by file name. Now you can see line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4. So in this way we can create a file. In this way we can read a file. In this way we can modify a file. Now the next thing is, how can we remove a file? To remove a file we need to use rm. To remove a file we need to use word called rm. Rm stands for remove. Remove followed by file name. File name is here I am taking again as file1. Now file got. Again if I type ls now, you can't see that. Okay, clear. So how can we create and add content in a file? For cat space followed by file underscore. Okay. Next, to see list of contents, you need to type ls. To modify a file, you need to use cat space double greater than followed by again file followed by again file. Okay. Next, to read the content of a file, cat followed by file. So this is the syntax. And Linux commands అనేవి case sensitive. All the commands in the Linux are case sensitive. Commands are case. Okay. So don't use any capital letters like that. All as the command ala undi alage meer use. Right. So next, how to remove a file? You need to use a term called rm. Rm followed by file name again. Rm followed by file. Rm stands for next. How can we create a directory? To create a directory, you need to use this mkdir followed by directory name. Now I am going to create one directory. Directory name is book. Okay, I am creating a directory. Directory name is book. Now if I type ls, how to check whether the book is created? Book directory is nothing but the folder. In Windows environment we call it as folder. In Linux the terminology change, we call it as a directory. Just type ls now. See, you can see that directory got created. How can we navigate to that directory? How to navigate means going into that directory. Okay, how can we go into that directory? How to go into that directory? Just you need to type cd followed by directory name. Cd means what? Change directory. Cd means what? Change directory. To create a directory, we need to use mkdir. Mkdir followed by the directory name. To move into the directory, you need to use a term called cd. Cd stands for what? Change directory. Change directory. So cd followed by directory name. cd followed by directory. So now I am going to press enter. Now I am in this directory. Which directory? This book directory. Directory is nothing but a folder. Now how to confirm? You can just type pwd. It will show the present working directory location, present working folder location. So in this home directory, there is one more directory called Ubuntu. And again this Ubuntu directory, there is a directory that we have created just now, that is nothing but book. Here. So check the current directory path. We need to use a command called pwd. Pwd stands for what? Present working directory. Present working directory. Next, how can we move back to previous directory? How can we move back to previous directory? What is my previous directory? Can anyone tell me? Right now, currently I am in this directory called book. What is the previous directory of this book? What is the previous directory of this book? I have created a directory called book. So the current path is this one. Current path is so what is the, this is also a directory, this is also a directory, this is also a directory. So what is the previous directory of book now? Ubuntu. Yes, correct. It is Ubuntu. So how can we switch back to Ubuntu directory? Means you need to type cd space dot dot. cd space dot dot. Okay. So go here and just type cd space dot dot. Right now, again I am in the directory called Ubuntu. How to confirm? Again I will type present working directory. Now you can see here /home/Ubuntu. I am in current working directory called Ubuntu. So in this way you can switch from one directory to another directory. So again I want to go back to home directory, means again type cd dot dot. Again I will go back to home location. Every user will have home location in Linux. Every user will have home location in Linux. Okay, right. So this is how we can move back to the previous directory. So the command is also there here, cd dot. Now delete an empty directory. How can we delete an empty directory? rmdir followed by directory name. rmdir followed by directory. So let me clear the screen now. Okay. Let me type ls first. Now you can see that there is a directory called book. Now I want, inside this directory there is no content. ఈ ఫోల్డర్ లోపల కంటెంట్ అయితే ఏం లేదు, ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఈజ్ ఎంటీ, రైట్? సో this directory is empty, this folder is empty. Now I want to remove this folder. So just I can type rmdir followed by the directory name. Directory name is nothing but book. Now press enter. The directory removed successfully. Now how to confirm? Just type again ls. Now can you see the directory here? You cannot see the directory. Let me clear the screen. Again I am typing ls. No, not available. Because the reason is I have deleted that directory. I have deleted that by using a command called rm. Rmdir stands for remove directory. Delete an empty directory. Okay, this is how we can delete an empty directory. Delete a directory with the files. Now, for suppose a directory is having some content. I have created a directory. Directory is nothing but a folder. Directory is nothing but a folder. Inside this folder, now there is some content. Inside this directory, there is some content. So now, if I type here rmdir, now the directory will not get removed. Now see here, again I am creating directory. How to create a directory? You need to type mkdir followed by directory name. This time I am taking directory name as dir1. Now press enter. Now again type ls. Now see here, again directory created. Now I want to remove that directory means, first of all, let me move into the directory. How to move into the directory? You need to use a command called cd followed by directory name. Now press enter. Now we are inside a directory. Now I am creating here one file with the help of cat command. Cat space greater than followed by file name. File name I am taking here as file1. Now press enter. I am adding some content inside this file also. File line 1, line 2. And again I am going to save. How to save it? Control D. How to save it? Control plus D you need to press. Okay, right. So let me clear the screen now. Now again I am going to type cd alone. When you type the command cd alone, you will get redirect to current user home location. Current user home location you will go. Now press enter. Now I am in the user home location. That is nothing but the user is nothing but Ubuntu. Okay. So if I type ls, you can see a directory. But this time, this directory is not empty. Inside this directory, there is one more file also. This time, this directory is not empty. So how to confirm that? cd dir1. Again, I am moving into the directory. Now if I type ls, you can see that file also. Okay, right. So now we confirmed that inside this directory there are some files. Okay, let me remove the directory. Again, I am typing ls here. You can see the directory. Now I am giving the command rmdir followed by directory name. Directory name is dir1. See, I am getting a message called fail to remove dir1 directory not empty. Directory not. So we need to use a recursive mode. We need to use at this point recursive. -r stands for recursive. Inside this recursive means what? Inside this directory, whatever the files and folders are we are having, along with that the directory will get removed. Okay, rm space -r followed by r. The command is rm space -r followed by directory name. Then the directory will removed without any prompt message. Now again if I type ls, you can see there is directory removed along with the file. Up to here, any doubts? Anyone? Please confirm.
Not clear.
Right, let's continue. We learned how to create a file. We learned how to list files, the current directory. We learned how to clear the screen. We learned how to read a content which is there in a file. We learned how to remove a file. We learned how to create a directory. We learned how to navigate to a directory. We can see the current directory path. We have learned how to move back to the previous directory. We have learned how to delete an empty directory. We have learned how to delete a directory without empty also, right? So next command is check files and directory permission. Very important. Sir, in your Windows operating system, for any file you want to see the properties means what you will do? For any file config. In your Windows operating system or any file, if you open, let me open this one. I want to see the yes, right click on property. We can see the properties. In Linux operating system, to see the properties of any file or any directory, you need to type a command called ls space -ld. ls space -ld followed by file name or directory name you need to mention. Right now, I think I don't have any directories or files. So let's create one directory first, mkdir followed by dir1 directory I have created. One more file also I will create it. I am creating one more file here, file also, cat greater than followed by file1. So just I am writing line1, line2. Again I am going to save this file. Okay, right sir. I am typing here ls. There is one directory with the name dir1. There is one file, the name file1. To see the properties of that directory or a file, I need to type a command called ls space -ld followed by the directory names. Now you can see here the properties of that directory. You can see. So leave about this part. These all are the permissions related to the directory. And after that, who is the owner, who is the group owner, what is the directory size, and which at what time we have created this directory. Everything is there. Now in the same way, I can see file properties also. The file name is file1. Sir, we can identify whether it is a file or directory by seeing the first character. The first character is D, then we can identify it as a directory. If the first character is hyphen, then you can say you can identify it as a file, not with the colors. So we need to identify whether it is a file or directory with the help of this D option or this hyphen. Now I think ls space, what is the option called ls space -l means long list, sir. ls space -l. If you type ls space -l means it will give you the long list. Whatever the directories and files that you have, all those files and directory properties it will show. Long list. Next, how can we change permissions of a file? Sir, we can change permissions of a file in two ways. One is very important, permissions concept, Linux. Sir, for any file or directory, we can give some permissions, read, write, execute permissions to any file or directory. So in two ways we can do that. In two ways we can do that. What are the two ways means? One is by symbolic way. One is symbolic way, and second one is numerical way. Numerical way. In these two ways, we can manage any file or directory by giving some certain permission. The permissions always will be read, write, and execute. And you need to remember these numbers also. Read stands for 4. Blindly you need to remember, sir. Write stands for 2. Execute stands for 1. If you remember these options for read, write, and execute means it will be very easy for you to manage any file or directory, giving the permission. Easily you can give any permission to a file or directory. Okay. So see here, change permissions of a file absolute mode. This one I already have created one more PDF one. Okay. First of all, we learn about this permissions option. Now, how to see list of hidden files. how to see list of hidden files which are available in my current location. To see the list of hidden files, you need to use a option called -a. ls means you already know, it lists all the files and directories of a current location. But if we cannot see right now hidden files and folders. In Windows also there is a option called to see hidden files and directories. There is a option. You all know, I think. If you go to Windows, where we need to go? Anyone tell me? I am going to this D drive. Here, which option I need to select? I need to go to View, and here see was selected hidden items. In the same way, in the Linux also there are some hidden files also. So we can enable that option. How to do that? ls space -a. That is the option. See, wherever you see this dot, means those all the files and folders are hidden only. Along with non-hidden directory and files also you can see. Okay. All dot ssh is a directory. Dot cache is a directory. Dot profile is a file. Okay. So in this way we can check the hidden files and directory. Next, count lines, words and bytes in a file. WC, word count. WC stands for what? Word count. Okay, right. Now I am going to enter WC followed by file. Okay. So we can see how many words are there, how many lines are there in that file, how many words are there, and how many bytes that file contains. How many lines are there? There are 2 lines in that file. Yes, only line number 1 and line number 2. How many words are there? 2 words. Line 1, line 2. Okay, what is the size of that file? It is 12. If you want the output in the human readable format, WC space -h followed by file 1. -h actually it should show you that human readable, but anyways, these are the basic Linux commands, sir. Now let's go to the files and permissions. The one more thing is there, files and permissions, very important, that one. So viewing file permission, very easy concept, very simple concept. So use the command called ls-l. ls, just now we have used this option command, ls space -l. ls stands for listing, space -l means long listing. It will show you some output like this. The first character indicates that file name. Whenever you see this hyphen at beginning, very beginning, this character, then you can confirm it as a file. And D means what? Whether if the first character is D means it's a directory. The next 9 character represents the permissions in 3 groups. There are 3 groups in the Linux operating system. First one is user. The first group RW hyphen is the first group. Sorry, not group, is the owner of the Linux. And the next one is R hyphen is for group, is for to manage a group. And last R hyphen stands for others. To manage these 3 people, we use this read write execute command, execute permission. So the permission types are read, write, execute. Read means what? Allows you to view the content which is there in the file. You can only read the file. You can only read the file, but you cannot modify or you cannot execute that file. That is nothing but the read option. It is represented by number called 4. It is represented by with the number called 4. Write means what? You can read the file and you can modify the file also. Okay, you can read the file and you can modify the file also. It is represented by number 2. Execute means back to that file there is some program which is going to get executed. That is, at that time we need to give this execute permission. Yes, so there will be some program which is running backend. So at that time we give this execute permission. Okay, allows running the file as a program, represented by which number? It is represented by 1. Okay, you need to by heart these numbers. There is no other option. This is first option is numerical. It is also called as absolute mode. Modifying the file permissions in the numerical way. First, we are going to learn how can we modify files with the help of numerical. Okay? Any directory or any file. The numerical option. What is the syntax, sir? Here you can see chmod followed by mode options and followed by file name. Sir, right now I want to see if just I am typing here ls. There is one file and one directory I have created. For this directory or a file, I want to check what are the permissions that are available. Okay, just I am going to type ls space hyphen ld followed by file 1. Now you can see the owner is having read write permissions. The group owner is having read write permission. Others is having only read permission. Right? Copy this, put it in. So these are the permissions for this file. These are the permissions for this. Right. Right. Is for owner. Is for group owner. Manage a group for other. 2, 3. One is to manage a owner. Second one is manage a group. Third one is other. For owner, what permissions you are giving? For group owner, what permissions you are giving? For others, what permission? For owner, there is we are giving only read and write permission. Owner is having on this file only owner can do read write operations on this file. Group owner also same read and write operations only he can do, but others only they can read, but they cannot do any modification or execution. Now I want to check the permissions means I have given the command called ls space hyphen ld. Now I want to change the permissions, sir. Now I want to change the permissions for the same file. You need to give a command called chmod followed by the permissions which you want to give on that file. Followed by permissions on that, followed by file name. Followed by file name. So to give the permissions, I already told you read stands for what? 4. Read stands for what? 4. Write stands for what? 2. Execute stands for what? 1. Execute stands for what? 1. Okay. Right now, can anyone tell me what are the numerical numbers on this file? Chmod. Tell me what numerical numbers are there on the in this file. Read stands for what? 4. Write stands for what? 2. It means that total is 6. 6 is for owner and group also the same 6 here also, and for execute I told you 1, but here others it is having read permission, again it is 4. So current file is having this number. Now I want to change this number. Now I want to change this number. I want to provide for owner. Full permissions, sir. Full permission. Full permissions means how what read I want to give, write I want to give, execute I want to give. Can anyone tell me what number I need to assign for this owner? Full permission, sir. Full permission. Yes, 7. Sir, for group only read and write permission I want to assign. Only read and write I want to assign. For others, read permissions. Only read permission. So that's what, sir, we need to give that numbers here. chmod followed by 764 followed by our file name. Our file name is file1. If you give this, automatically the file permissions are going to get. So see, sir, here I'm going to type here chmod 7. What is the next one? 764. 764 followed by file name. File name is file1. Now if I type again ls space hyphen ld followed by file name, means you can see the permissions changed or remain same only. For owner, now the owner is having read write execute, group is having only read write, others is having only read. This way we can change the permissions for any file or any directory by numerical option, by numbers. The help of numbers we are changed. The help of numbers I have changed now. Okay, right, sir. Next option, what is the next option, sir? Now you understand how can we change the permission in the numerical. Any doubts, sir, in numerical permission, file permission, directory? The directory also same, sir. Okay, right. Next, let's move to the one more method, sir. One more method, easy method. That is symbolic mode. Up to you, sir. Any option, whatever the option you want to use, it's completely up to you. I actually mostly I prefer this numerical option, but you feel comfortable with the symbolic mode, you can go for it. Okay, both will do same job. Both will do same job. So this permissions we give with alphabets. Okay, symbolic mode is also called as alphabetical. Okay. Syntax will be chmod or who you want to give the permission and what type of operation you want to perform and permission followed by file name. Okay. Here you can see the example here. U plus X adds executed permission, execute permission for that user. X means what? Execute. Adds execute permission for that user. Okay. Here you need to remember one thing. U means owner here. U means not user. He is the owner. We are giving the permission for the owner. Here O means others. E means group. Okay. A means what? All. A means what? All. Okay. If you want to remove, you need to use minus. If you want to add permission, you need to add plus. The same user I want to give the permission, I want to remove this execution permission means executable permission means I need to use minus of plus. Okay, right. So let's do this one also. See now, I'm going to type here chmod for the same. Okay, let's go with the directory now. The same let's check what are the permissions that is having for this directory. Now I am typing ls here. Now I am going to type ls space hyphen ls space hyphen ld followed by directory name. Directory name is directory1, dir1. Now you can see here, these are the permissions which are there for this directory. Are there for this. This is the open. Okay. So these are the permission. Can anyone tell me owner is having what permission, sir? And group is having what permission? And others is having what permission? First tell me about the owner, sir. What permissions owner is having? All permissions, sir. Group for group or group, what are the permission? Group owner. All group, sir, group. All only na. Read, write, execute, group. Owner, read, write, execute. All permissions they having. Both are. What about the others, sir? What about others? Only read or only execute, sir? Sir, observe carefully here. Execute, but one more also there, sir, for others. Read and execute, sir. Read and execute. Both are there. Okay, sir. You only tell me what now I want to change the permissions for this said folder. Okay. I want to what owner I want to give. You only tell me for group what we want to give. You can give others. We can give our own permission. Tell me what we want to give. For owner, which permission we want to give? Apply. For example, read, write, read, write. Next group, read, execute. Okay, very good. Next others, write and execute. Very good. Now we need to do this by you not a numerical way. Now we need to do this by symbolic way. Symbolic way we need to do this. Already we know how to do this with a numerical way. Now can anyone tell me how can we change the permissions in symbolic way for that folder? First we need to use chmod. Chmod, tell me now by seeing the syntax. U means what? Owner here. U means what? Owner. What permission we need to give for that owner? Read, and we need to give write also. Instead of plus, the simple way you can take equal to, sir. Equal to and just give RW. Okay. So next, you separate them with comma, sir. Next group. For group, what we want to give permission, and I am giving minus here, because only read write na. Execute permission is not for owner. Group, what permission we want to give? Minus. Next, others. O. WX hyphen. Okay. Followed by what, sir? Followed by directory name. Let's copy this. Go here. Enter the command. Press enter. Now check whether the permissions are changed or not. ls space hyphen ld followed by dir1. Same permissions are there. Whatever the permission. So this is how, sir, we can change permissions for any file or directory in two ways. One is by numerical way, and another one is symbolic way. So I think I have covered this hidden files and folders also viewing. We can change the ownership also. If you want to change the ownership of any file or any group, you can give this one, but it's not necessary. These two are additional commands which are there here. Okay, that's it, sir. These basic Linux commands are sufficient to learn DevOps. Okay. So today, what you're going to do means do practice, all of you. These all basic, learn all these basic commands. Tomorrow onwards, I will take DevOps classes. These commands are sufficient. If you just type here history, it will show list of commands up to now, whatever the activity that we have done, all that commands it will show. Just I am mentioning in this notepad, all the list of commands are available here. So I will share this notepad. All the PDF documents also I will share in the group. So up to now, any doubts, sir? After the practice, at the last final step, what you need to do means You just need to go to the console area, again go to the AWS and just select your instance and just type here, select here instance state and just terminate, sir. Just terminate the instance. It's very, very important and mandatory, sir. Don't leave the servers running mode. Don't leave the servers in running mode. After practice, immediately everyone need to terminate, sir. I see lot of students, they will keep on, their servers are keep on running means the bill will get generated to your account only. Be very careful. Right now, we are in the free tier. We can use at free of cost. No worries. But after the practice, please immediately everyone terminate the server. Sir, any doubts, sir? Or else we can end the session here. Yes, sir. Already it is recording. Yesterday video also I will send. Today video also I will share in the and those ఎవరికైనా తెలియకపోతే మనకంటూ యూట్యూబ్ ఛానల్ ఉందండి ఒకటి, ఆల్రెడీ ఇట్స్ దేర్ యూట్యూబ్ ఛానల్ హియర్ ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్. ఛానల్ నేమ్ ఈజ్ think most of you know. The channel name is ElevateWithB. This is my channel actually. So these all videos will be uploaded to this channel only. All the videos will be uploaded to this channel. Right? Yes. The daily whatever the classes I am going to teach you in this 1 hour, on that day only, please do practice, or all of you. Don't మీరందరూ కూడా అవి అలాగా మళ్ళీ ఒక 3 days తర్వాత నేర్చుకుందాం, 4 days తర్వాత అన్నీ ఒకేసారి నేర్చుకుందాం అని చెప్పి మాత్రం అసలు అనుకోవద్దు. బికాజ్ అది మీకే బర్డెన్ అయిపోతుంది. సో ఏ రోజు టాపిక్స్ ఆ రోజే నేర్చేసేయండి. ప్రాక్టీస్ ఆ రోజే చేసేయండి. ఓకే, డిలే ఉండొద్దు ఎవరు కూడా. Right, I have shared that my channel link to our group also.